Good evening, Fernwood. My name's Neil, and thank you for joining me for day 34 of my trip through the entire series of Mary Hartman, the subversive and very smartly stupid soap opera from the 1970s. This would be the Thursday, February 19th episode of 1976. Let's just do a little bit of catching you up. Loretta and Charlie. Loretta's about to get out of the hospital, and there's a faith healer coming to town that they are very excited to see because maybe the faith healer will be able to get Loretta to walk again. Tom and Mary had a bit of a get together. We haven't seen the outcome of it, but Tom invited Mary over for a surprise dinner that he made for her, and Mary seemed very impressed. And yesterday's episode was all about Steve and Kathy, and we talked about representation. During my book club today, the topic of representation versus tokenism came up with regard to the X-Men, and I feel like that may be the case here. If you have thoughts about it, go ahead and add them, because I can't talk very smartly about it. There's a lot to talk about with Steve, and I don't have many words for how to get those thoughts out of my head. Let us begin this episode. I'm just going to press play.
Mary Hartman! Mary Hartman!
You're beautiful.
So are you. Was that freezing thaw, or did you make it from scratch?
Hey, let's sit on the couch, okay? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I can't tell you what a rough week this has been. I mean, it was really rough. I've gone through hell, you know. Not that I blame you for kicking me out. I don't blame you for that at all. It's just that I really felt rotten about putting you through that awful thing.
Let's not talk about it.
I just want you to know that I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad I'm okay. Can you ever forgive me, huh? Can you?
Yeah, I do. I forgive you. Oh, this has been the most romantic evening we spent since before we were married.
Oh, things are gonna be just like they were when we first fell in love, Mary. You know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're gonna keep having more candlelight dinners, and we're gonna have banana splits at the Purity Maid, and we're gonna take those long drives.
Oh, Tom. I just can't wait. I want to do it all. Oh, those dinners and the Puritan maid and those long drives. As soon as the car is fixed.
The car, what's wrong with the car?
Oh, it's nothing important. It just stalls.
What do you mean it stalls? I mean, I just had it in the shop for 2 days, just 3 weeks ago.
Tom, you're coming home.
It stalls? I mean, does it just conk out, or does it, cough like a when it stalls? Does it do that?
No, it just conks out. Oh, banana splits.
I can't believe that. I mean, it can't be the carburetor. I just fixed the carburetor. I got, if it's a fuel pump, I swear to God, I'll kill him.
Honey, never mind.
Never mind, I just shelled out $38 for that fuel pump, unless it's a carburetor. But it can't be the carburetor, I just fixed that. So it's got to be, oh my God, if it's the valves, I got about $300 basically. Gee. What are you doing?
I'm just doing the dishes. I don't want to leave Charlie with dirty dishes.
Okay, honey, you go ahead and do the dishes. I'll go take a look at the car, okay? I'll see you back at the house.
It's just like when we fell in love.
It's normal,
Oh, thank the Lord.
but it could shoot up. I was on a case once, and this people.
Mrs. Haggers?
Oh, Dr. Abramson, hi, come on in and say goodbye.
Well, that's why I dropped by. I heard you were going home.
Yeah, oh, I'm so excited I can hardly stand it. Of course, not that I can stand it all, but, well, where's your little doctor suit? Oh, you know that little white jacket makes you look so much like Dr. Gary on Search for Tomorrow.
Well, I'm no longer on staff here.
You're not?
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm on my way to New York City to find a job at another hospital.
Oh, you're gonna go to a bigger one.
Well, maybe. But the thing is, Mrs. Haggers, what I wanted to tell you was that if you decide to sue and you want someone to testify for you, well, I'd be more than happy to come back.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Abramson, but I'm really not aiming to sue. I mean, you know, whatever's been done, what's gonna be put right, and don't you worry about it.
Well, if you do go to court and you need me, you can always reach me through my exchange. Goodbye, Mrs. Haggers. Good luck.
Oh, such a shame. He's leaving the hospital.
He was fired.
Oh, who do you have an affair with?
I beg your pardon?
Well, that's usually why they's fired, you know, like a Dr. Dan on Yesterday's Tomorrow. Well, he got this little student nurse in trouble, and that's why he was fired.
Dr. Abramson was terminated for shooting off his mouth about his superiors.
Honey, I got the release, all signed and sealed.
You're kidding. How'd you get it, Charlie?
Well, they can't keep you here prisoner. Besides, I pointed out to them, if I can't pay, then the more they keep you here, the more free treatment they're giving away. Anyway, I told them I was going to pay them the first of the month.
How are you gonna do that?
Well, honey, haven't I always provided for you?
Surely have.
And I aim to continue. Now, would you hold that, please?
Sure.
Now, how does this thing work here?
Oh, Charlie, I just hate being in this pesky old thing.
It's only going to be a couple of days, honey.
A couple of days? Well, she'll need one of these for months at least.
Not by Loretta.
It's just amazing how so many patients know more than we who devote our lives to medicine.
Well, maybe it's just 'cause y'all's too close to your work. You know, kind of can't see the forest for the trees. Well, goodbye, Nurse Crimmins, and you take care now.
Goodbye, Mrs. Haggers. And I certainly hope you'll be able to come back here for more treatment instead of going to county.
Loretta ain't going to need no more hospitals.
Heck no. All I need is Charlie and my faith, and I got plenty of both. Hi.
Oh, hello, Roberta. You want a share peanut butter sandwich?
No, thank you, Raymond. I just wanted to say goodbye.
That's funny. I thought you just came in. Well, goodbye. It's nice seeing you.
Before I go, Raymond, I just wanted to tell you that no matter where I go or what I do, I'm not going to forget you.
That's because you're young. You lose your memory when you get to be my age.
I'm leaving the country. I haven't decided where yet. Have you ever been to Bora Bora, Raymond?
Oh, you want some cosmetics for a native. That's a good idea.
No, I'm through with Lady Fashionetta. I didn't sell one thing. I'm a total failure, Raymond. You know, I don't know what happened to Stead. I'm probably the only person alive who didn't survive the survival techniques of existence training. You take this selling job I've got. Do you know people close the door in my face before I even can give them a free sample?
You know what I think? I think you treat people too nice.
What?
You ought to be a stinker.
A stinker?
Yeah, you treat people rotten like salespeople do in stores. Ignore and insult them, and that's the way you sell something.
But Raymond, I took a crash course in selling from the district supervisor, and she stressed the 3 P's: poise, patience, personality, and perseverance.
Poppycock.
That's 5
Didn't
P's.
mention that one.
The meaner you are, the more you'll sell. Mark my word for it.
Oh, hello, Grandpa, Miss Wallachek. Hello.
Martha's in the market.
Ah, I wanted to borrow a cup of flour.
Help yourself.
Thank you, I will. So, Miss Wallachek, how are things in the cosmetics business?
Oh, they're fine, fine.
Yeah, I never use makeup myself. Just plain old soap and water for me.
Well, I guess that's why you look the way you do.
What? What did you say?
I don't have time to go into it. Well, Raymond, it's so nice to see you.
Wait a minute, what do you mean you don't have time to go into it? Is it that bad?
Yes. But I'm not going to tell you any more than that. I'm a professional.
What's she trying to do to me?
I'm sorry, I really shouldn't have said anything.
You see, she's like a doctor. Doctors can't give away free advice socially, or they'll lose all their patients.
What a nice way of putting it, Raymond. Goodbye.
Wait just a minute now, Miss Walshek. I would like to have your opinion. A professional, of course.
Well, all right, Mrs. Fetters, but I only have a moment.
All right, then. What exactly is wrong with my face?
Ah, let me count the ways. Your skin is dry and undernourished. You aren't highlighting your eyes, which are probably your best feature. There should be some shadow here, a little blush there. Some lip gloss might help. And you should get yourself an overnight moisturizer. Well, I must run.
Oh, wait.
Goodbye.
Miss Walshek, I would like to buy something. Do you think you could stop over at my house for just a minute?
I'm sorry.
Oh, please. It'll just take a minute. I need help. Can you come over just 1 minute? Please? I'm asking you, Miss Walshek. I want to buy something.
If you insist.
Oh, thank you, Roberta. I really appreciate this. I had no idea. Oh.
Okay, just as long as you're still there. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Well, because, you know, there's so much danger in the world today. Hi. Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Oh, thank you. It's just great to be home, Mary.
Charlie, we've been robbed.
I didn't take anything.
No, honey, no. Mary just cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, I just cleaned up. I'm sorry.
Oh, honey, that's all right. It just looks so empty. I just thought we was robbed from back there.
Oh, Loretta. Hi. I'm so glad to see you and see that you're back on your feet again.
Well, actually, Mary, I'm just sitting.
Oh, when I rented this wheelchair, the fella said I ought to move the furniture around a little bit.
Which way?
Clear a path. No, just there. No, let's get this table. This way. Yeah, up here. Okay, you got it? He said you ought to have a clear path to the kitchen and back and forth from, places like that.
Oh, Loretta. Oh, Mary Hartman. Now, honey, don't you be sad. I'm going to be out of this contraption and nothing flat.
I only rented it by the day.
For the day? So how's she gonna get around tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be cured day after tomorrow.
You will?
Mm-hmm. Well, you did read the paper, didn't you, Mary? Hun, Geralda Doremus is coming to Fernwood.
Oh.
Geralda Doremus. See, she has this, the old-fashioned revival meeting and everything out in the fairgrounds next week. But then she's having the big television show going to be broadcast live, Word of the Lord, on KNSU on Friday. That's what I'm hoping for.
Oh.
You know who we're talking about, don't you?
No.
Geralda Doremus.
I've seen her on television.
Right, yeah. Isn't she marvelous? And when she preaches, you just sort of feel like the kingdom and the power and the glory is invading your body and just lifting your spirit right up to heaven.
Amen, Charlie. You've got to witness it, Mary.
Oh, hell yes. I mean, heck yes. You and Tom both.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm real glad you two got together last night.
Charlie told me about it, Mary, and I was tickled to death.
I'm just so glad that you're home and that you're gonna get cured and everything.
Well, it does look like things is going to be back to normal for both of us.
Just like they were, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think I just better be leaving now, because I guess that you two have a lot of things that you want to talk over all by yourselves, and, I made some dinner for you. It's in the oven, and it's just waiting there for you to heat it up.
Oh, Mary, that is so sweet of you, really.
Yeah, it's boiling back.
In the oven? But Mary, I thought boiling
Well, I
back
just
was-
put it in the oven, to keep it warm. It was just a last minute thought. No?
Great idea. Great idea, Mary. Really, thank you so much for everything.
Bye.
Thanks.
I had to see myself out.
Okay.
Bye.
Now, honey, I think I ought to get you up to bed right away so you can rest tonight.
Well, I don't care if you take me up to bed, but I'm not so sure I want to rest, if you know what I mean.
What do you mean?
Charlie, why don't you just take me up there and find out?
You devil. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Look out for the roadblocks.
Did you wash your hair?
Yeah, I took a shower and it got wet.
Or did you wash it?
Yeah, since it was wet.
You mean you put soap on it?
Yeah, Mary, what's all this talk about my hair, huh?
No, it's just nothing. I just read somewhere that if you wash your hair every day, you destroy all the natural oils in it, and then it gives you dandruff.
Well, don't worry about it. I don't have dandruff.
That's because of Selsun Blue.
What's that?
It's a shampoo. I put it in the shower. It's twice as effective in removing dandruff.
Yeah. But you have to wash your hair, and you just said it gives you dandruff.
Right. It's a problem.
Hey, I was about putting the magazine away. Huh?
Oh wait, something just caught my eye.
Mary, you know that's giving us trouble. You know, I mean, you read magazine articles, right?
Oh no, wait a minute. This isn't that kind of an article. This is about that faith healer, Durelda Doremus.
What, the one that Loretta thinks is gonna cure?
Uh-huh. A former housewife and mother of 3, Irma Perlmutter, ran away from home when her husband, a buttonhole maker, was laid off because he was tubercular. Oh, Tom, this is the faith healer that was supposed to cure Loretta. Oh, Tom, what should I do? Should I tell her?
I don't know.
If I take away her hope, that'll kill her. I mean, Loretta thinks she's going to be walking by Friday night.
Well, then don't tell her.
I have to, don't I? I mean, isn't it my responsibility? But then again, it's her life.
Well, I'm as skeptical as many skeptical people. I don't really think too much about faith healers, but I imagine some money goes in their direction, and that's a thing worth protecting in your life. But if it were free, why not go? Probably won't end up walking afterward, but what I'm hoping is that the hints that Dr. Abramson has planted that the hospital can be sued may be of use here. And that's a thing that he's come back to again and again. I feel like he's basically just in this show to say, hey, the hospital is at fault for you, Loretta, and come get your money. I guess we'll see, because he's not going to be a regular appearance on this show or anything. He's been in 3 episodes at this point, days apart. Tom and Mary are back together, and that's nice to see. And so we have a nice little Mary, Tom, Charlie, Loretta episode. Not much else in it, unless I forgot something. If I forgot something, let me know. I'll probably know by the time I edit this. Anyway, that was February 19th, 1976's episode of Mary Hartman, Mary Hartman. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see you tomorrow night in Fernwood.